Across the country, demonstrators took to the streets Saturday to demand that President Donald Trump release his tax returns. The tax day protests were largely peaceful, with the exception of Berkeley, California. Pro-Trump and anti-Trump protesters clashed in a series of fistfights and brawls. Police say they arrested 20 people. Trump has repeatedly said that only the media cares about his taxes. But after Saturday's marches, the president responded on Twitter. He claimed the protesters were paid but did not provide any proof. To date, Trump hasn't publicly released any of his tax returns, even though he said in 2014 that he would.
If I decide to run for office, I'll produce my tax returns, absolutely.
Trump is the first president since Jimmy Carter to refuse to release his tax information. Experts believe those records would uncover any of Trump's financial conflicts of interest, including possible business ties to Russia.
Protesters took to the streets in dozens of cities nationwide Saturday to call on President Trump to release his tax returns. According to CBS News, tax march protests were scheduled in nearly 150 cities. They were modeled after the Women's March that occurred earlier this year. President Trump, who spent the morning at his Florida golf course, avoided several hundred protesters by taking a circuitous route to his Palm Beach, Florida estate. Mr. Trump is the first major party nominee in more than 40 years to not release his tax returns, saying it was because he was under audit.
Well, I'm not releasing tax returns because, as you know, they're under audit.
But every president since the 70s has had a required audit from the IRS. The last 6 have released them. But as president, sir,
you know, the only one that cares about my tax returns is the reporters.
You don't think the American public is concerned?
No, I don't think so. I won.
Do you believe that?
When I became president. No, I don't think they care at all. I don't think they care at all. I think you care. I think you care.
It just seems to me that this is something that the American people deserve to see, and I have no reason to believe that he's ever going to release his tax returns because there's something he's hiding. And we'll guess. We'll keep guessing at what it might be that he's hiding. But I think the question is, were he ever to get near the White House, what would be those conflicts? Who does he owe money to?